For this tutorial, we are going to be making a case for our chapstick, lip balm, whatever you want to call it. That is what we're going to be doing. Now the measurements will be showing on your screen right now, and this is the fabric requirement that you need. It's great for scrap fabric because it requires so little of it. So this fabric here is going to be my external, and this fabric here is going to be my internal. With my internal section, I am going to interface it. It doesn't need too big of an interface and stabilization, but does kind of need something of what it's going to be a little bit floppy. Doing something like a quilter's cotton is going to be too thick. So either choose a medium or lightweight interfacing is fine. And the interfacing will want to be iron on, just because it's easier. So you're going to turn this to the wrong side of the fabric. So the wrong side of the fabric refers to like the back side of the fabric. So whatever side that your fabric has no print on. Obviously, if it's a solid, it really doesn't matter which side you use. So you know the side of the interfacing is going to be like the more rough side. That is the glue. So we're going to press the interfacing onto the back or the wrong side of the fabric. So at this point, you're just going to follow your manufacturer's instructions. That is the way to go. It generally doesn't need that much. And sometimes I just flip it over and just press it again on the other side there. This chapstick or lip seal holder is going to be great for a stocking stuffer, really any type of gift. It's just so quick and easy to do. I'm going to place this to one side, and then we're going to take the loop. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go again on the wrong side of the fabric, and we're going to fold it in half. So now we're looking at the right side of the fabric. We're going to press that into place with our iron. So this is going to be the loop that you put your keyring through, basically. Give it a nice press so it's nice and flat. Then we are going to open it up, and we will bring that into the center there. We're basically hiding the raw edges of our loop for our chapstick holder. I'm going to keep the iron there a minute. Then I'm going to put this to this side and then press it once again. Oh, didn't quite get it to the center. There we go. Obviously, don't burn your fingers. And then you're going to fold that in on itself. And then there we go. We've created the loop. So I'm going to put this to one side. I have this little ghost ruler that I love, and it gives me my curved edge. So I have the option to do 1.5 or 1 inch. So basically what I'm going to do is put these two right sides together, and I'm going to curve the top of my flap. If I do it the other side, it's much lighter on that side. And I'm going to place my little ghosty chap. I'm going to do 1 inch curve right here. You can do it anything that's curved. You don't necessarily have to get this ruler. I've just found it such an easy tool in my sewing room. I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to create that curve there. So I've got a curve on either side here. Now before this starts going all over the place on me, I'm just going to grip it into place with some wonder clips here. And then I am going to cut around the curve. Now another thing I'm going to recommend is that you're going to make a mark for yourself around about, say about 2.5 inches to 3 inches, so you can pull it right sides out. And also 1 inch from the bottom of the pouch, so this is the straight side, not the side that we did the curve on, we're going to mark a 1 inch. I sew using a Babylog L-tear. In the top of the machine, I have a polyester Gutermann thread that is also in my bobbin. I also use a 9014 Microtex needle in my sewing machine. So this is the loop, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to stitch this side down, the open side, and then we're just going to stitch the other side just for aesthetic purposes. So we're going to put that into the machine. And stitch into place. If you have any of these loose threads, just cut them away. Create a loop just by folding it, like so. Where we have marked this 1 inch, I am going to open this up. And depending how long or short you want this loop to be, it can be as long or as short as you want. I think I'll go that way. And just make sure that it's resting against that 1 inch mark that we made. And then you can cut away some of this excess, but make sure your raw edge is on the outside and your loop is on the inside. Grab yourself a wonder clip and hold that into place. Now take this over to the sewing machine. We have these 2 marks. You're going to sew all the way around, down, round, all the way around the curve, and stop right here. This is open. If you still have excess on that loop, you're going to cut it out. So I'm just going to cut that. And also I like to just cut the sides here. And then around this corner here, I like to get my pinking shears, which are these zigzag ones. And I just cut all the way around here. And it just helps to ease that when we turn it right sides out. I always like to keep a little of that bulk there where the opening is. So then we're going to turn it right sides out and push everything through. So it currently looks like this. You're going to get your iron and you're going to press it nice and flat. So make sure that you turn all these things down, and then you're going to turn that opening in on itself. But make sure you take the time to flatten this opening so it doesn't look unprofessional. Just try and get it as nice and parallel as you possibly can. Now what we're going to do is take this back over to the sewing machine and we're going to top stitch all the way around this chapstick holder. You're going to take the bottom piece and you're going to fold it up 4.5 inches. So I recommend you go and measure that. So this here measures at 4.5 inches. You can then put some wonder clips on the pouch and go over the stitches that we've already done to stitch all of this into place. Because I'm obsessed with snap fasteners, this is going to get a snap fastener. So basically you're going to fold this lid over here and you're going to grab your iron once again and press it down. That just helps to make it nice and flat. There you go. I have a few tools that are going to help me. This helps with my snap fasteners. This helps me make the hole, and these are my snap fasteners. So there are 4 different parts to a snap fastener. So this one goes on the external side, and this is the one where obviously it's a nice shiny button, and there's always a prong to one of the sides, and then this is the closure and it goes this way up. This is the other side of our snap fastener, and this always goes on like the internal that it snaps to. Like I said, there's always a prong that you push down, and then this one is where it connects to the other side. Here is our chapstick holder. I generally try and find a center by just folding it in half like so. And I'm going to get my friction pen again, and I'm going to make a mark of where I want my snap to be. So just around in like here, probably the center of that flower there. So what I do now is grab hold of my hole maker. This is the same one that I use to create holes for cam snaps as well. I'm going to create a hole. So that creates a hole in that side. And in order to find a placement for the next side, we have this hole. So I'm going to place this down, get my pen, and I'm going to put a mark through that hole into this part of my fabric. So then I can take my tool again, place it on the inside of my fabric and create a hole. I'm not going through the back, obviously, it's just going through that part, just on the inside there. So the next thing we want to do is add the snap fastener. I'm going to do the external first. So we want that nice, shiny, silvery coloured button to be on the external here. So I'm going to place that through the hole that we created, and it's just come through nicely. And then I'm going to place the snap fastener part over the top of that. Then I'm going to get my tool for my snap fastener. And it has a prong bit at the top that goes inside of that. Like so. So it kind of looks like that. And then it just clicks down. So I'm just going to press it together. There we go. And I just do that to release it. And then that side is done. So I'm going to concentrate on getting that inside one done now. Side with the prong goes through here. And you're going to put it through that hole. There we go. And then we are going to put the part that the snap connects to on top. And then you're going to take the tool and put it through there so it's resting on that base. And then I'm going to get that prong nicely meeting and then just press down. And then I'm just going to release. So there you go, that's your snap closure done. Really simple. And you've got that stabilizer in there, so this isn't going to come away. Grab yourself a keyring and put it on a loop. Get your chapstick, put it in your holder. Then you're going to press the subscribe button because this video has been absolutely amazing. You're going to comment down below, press the like, and I'll see you in the next video next week. Bye-bye.